How many people do you know are waiting to start something new? Maybe finally start painting, or you have paintings that you've done a while ago but you've never shown it to anyone because you're so afraid of rejection or judgment or what they're gonna say, or open up that new business but you think people are gonna laugh at you, or even change a job that you've been miserable with for a long time, or start dancing, dating, or whatever your floats your boat. Well, I'm sure we know a lot of people like that, and I'm sure that's hiding in all of us, certainly myself. And it either took a really long time, it was much harder than it needed to be, or it just never even happened and we missed out on that. There's always been a new day, a new year, a new decade. We've been waiting for stars to get aligned, but they never did, so we never started. Or we tried and got really overwhelmed immediately with all the things we needed to figure out, and we just gave up. So today we're going to talk about how is perfectionism holding you back, and what can you do about that? What's hiding underneath that? My name is Dragan. I'm a life coach, and I work with clients on a regular basis who all deal with this, as it's really part of being human. So what's happening when you're caught up in perfectionism mindset? Well, one of the things is that your outside is not matching with who you are on the inside. Outside, you present yourself as confident, you have it all together, you have the answers, you're prepared, you're subject matter expert, and inside, you are full of self doubt. You are afraid of the judgment, you don't feel good enough, and you over prepared because you are so afraid of others judging you, and you are acting from the place of fear. Also, the key word there is acting and performing. And if you watch my video of how much are you performing versus being your authentic self, you can also see how tiring performing is. So there's a difference on who you are outside from who are you on the inside. With all of this, it feels exhausting, so it's easy to get overwhelmed. So let's say you're going to start a new business and there's tons of things to figure out: a marketing plan, business plan, product plan, where to get customers, legal risks, and then you also probably are always finding out new things. So it's really easy to get overwhelmed here and make all sorts of excuses and not ever start. Versus another approach would be, instead of moving the whole heavy boulder, figure out a few pebbles that you can think about that will get you to start, and then worrying about other things later. What comes with perfectionism is also this need to tightly control things around you. It's a That's why you want to show off that perfect table display, those perfect holiday cards, whatever it may be. And But what's happening really underneath is that you're not allowing yourself to be vulnerable and to go out there and make mistakes and learn from them. And with that, you're missing out a lot. With that, you're not doing things that you want in life, and that's what's making you stuck. When we're constantly operating out of fear and out of need to prove ourselves to the world and to prove that we're good enough, we tend to suppress our own intuition and exaggerate external validation in validating our own credibility, relying a lot on subject matter expertise and certifications and schools and awards and achievements. That's not to say that the schools and certifications don't matter, but it is to say that because you're not really building that internal system, internal mission and purpose, you're relying heavily to say that you're good enough because you have this degree or this certification, and that may be standing in a way of starting something that's really important to you because you're waiting to for this external validation and too heavily depending on it, as opposed to listening your own internal voice, listening that own intuition. We discussed different aspects of perfectionism, that difference between how you look outside and what you feel inside, not relying on your intuition, relying heavily on external validators, having that need to prove something to the world, and exhaustion and overwhelming feeling that all of this amounts to. And you may be wondering, so what's the alternative to all of this, alternative to perfectionism? It's growth mindset. And growth mindset is really about allowing yourself to be vulnerable. It's giving yourself permission. It's not waiting for a world to give you permission. It's giving yourself permission. It's starting somewhere, learning from the mistakes, integrating learnings and improving. It's viewing failure as a learning opportunity. It's really a mindset switch. And growth mindset is really what has allowed me to start doing YouTube videos. Before this, I've never done videos, and I'm well aware that my videos are not perfect, and it took a lot of vulnerability out of me, and I had to give myself permission to start here. My videos are not perfect, but every video I learn something new. I pay attention to certain words that I keep repeating, and I try not to do it in the next video, or the lighting, sound, location. There's so many things, but really it's what has allowed me to start with YouTube videos. So even learning from this example, I will leave you with, what are you here to do yourself? What is that voice telling you that you have been suppressing or not paying attention for a long time? What's something new that you can do? Where can you give yourself permission? Think about all of these things, and think about something that you can start right now to make a difference for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.